one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
This story comes to us from CBSNews.com. Out of Arlington, Texas. Now, there's something I want to point out in this story, okay, out of Arlington. When you are being investigated for a crime, let's say maybe you did it, maybe you didn't do it, you're being investigated though, do you think the judge is going to let you go back and do that again? What do you mean? Let's get to it. So, an Arlington police officer, Stacy Brown, was booked into jail in connection with an animal cruelty case. Now, a grand jury indicted the 18-year veteran officer on a charge of obstruction or retaliation. Currently on leave, while the Internal Affairs looks into what happened, they have to put her on the old paid vacation so they can investigate. Brown was assigned to the DWI unit. She's married to Alan Brown, who's a dog trainer, who's facing charges in the deaths of 3 dogs he was boarding in his Arlington home. So he's being investigated for animal cruelty for the death of these 3 dogs. You have a boarding home for dogs. You're a dog trainer. 3 of them have died. You think maybe there's something going on, a little wrong with it? Hey, I know a good place you could board your dog. No, thank you. No, I'll take him with me. He was booked into the Tarrant County Jail on September 28, 2023. Isn't that where Manuel Mata was booked? Something about Tarrant County. After posts about one of the dog's deaths last summer started spreading on Facebook, the indictment said Brown made a false police report about the dog's owner. There's where the retaliation comes in. Arlington told the CBS News that Brown is now on leave while their Internal Affairs looks into what happened. In a statement to CBS News Texas, the department said they're taking the matter seriously and are cooperating with the DA's office, like you have a choice. Brown's husband has asked the judge, here we go. So what does Alan Brown do, the dog trainer? What does he do while his wife is being investigated? He asked the judge if he can resume training dogs while his case is pending. So there is a hearing set where they're going to look into whether or not he can go back to being a dog trainer. This guy, who has had 3 dogs die in his boarding home, they're looking at him maybe for investigating maybe an animal cruelty charge. 3 dogs have died in his boarding home. And he asked the judge, can I go back to training and boarding dogs? Well, I mean, you guys are just investigating right now. That's almost like if you're being investigated for assaulting someone, let's say in a restaurant, you punch someone out. And maybe it was the 3rd time you punched somebody out, because 3 dog deaths. And they say, right now you're under investigation for assault, 3 counts of assault at this restaurant. You ask the judge, Your Honor, while I'm being investigated, I mean, is it okay if I at least go there on Friday and have dinner? I mean, a date night with the wife? Can I go back to the scene of the crime and just, I haven't been convicted yet.